Good morning, dear learners. How are you doing today? Our lesson today will focus on a friendly letter. You will be directed on how to answer questions on a friendly letter. You will also be given an example of a friendly letter, so make sure that you watch until the end. For every writing that you have to construct, the main thing that you always have to remind yourself about is the format. A friendly letter starts with your address. You are the writer, so we need the writer's address together with the date. That is in the right hand corner of your answer sheet. If you are in the exam and the answer sheet comes starting with dear, then you just start from dear. You do not need the address. But if it comes empty, then you have to put the whole format. So the writer's address, that is your address, together with the date. Then you move on to the salutation, the greeting, which is Dear Abiatal, that is if you are writing to me. You then move on to the introduction, where you tell the readers what your letter is going to be about. After the introduction, you go into the body. The body is made up of different parts. So if you are given prompts, that means you are going to have the first prompt in its own paragraph, the second prompt in its own paragraph, and the third prompt in its own paragraph. This will help you to organize your ideas very well. When you are done with the body, meaning that you are done with attending to the prompts, that is when you go to the closing words. I hope to see you soon. Get well soon, depending on the question that you are dealing with. And do not forget to write down your name. Your friend, Abiatal. Your aunt, Mary. Your cousin, Manzueta. That is what the format is all about. Now, let us look at this question so that we construct this friendly letter together. I love you guys. I'm always directing you because I want all of you to pass. You all have to pass and graduate so that when we meet on the road, you are driving your car, I'm driving mine. I do not want to meet you and you are trying to hide under the table because of failure. No. If others can make it, why not you? If you have failed already, it's because you did not try enough. So please do not be hard on yourself. Work out a strategy and just put more effort and try again. Okay? Let us see this question. The question for this friendly letter is, your town council decided to close your local orphanage due to lack of funds. Your school decided to organize a 10-kilometer walk to collect money to help them keep the orphanage open. Now, what do you need to do as a learner? You have to write a letter to your friend telling him or her about your work. And in your letter, you should include the following. Prompt number 1 is on a description of your work. Prompt number 2 has to focus on what you learned from the experience. And the last prompt, or the final prompt, which is the third prompt, will focus on the reactions of the orphans when you handed them the money. Please do not forget to follow the format. Let us quickly look at the format. A friendly letter requires the writer's address. In this case, this letter is written by Ashley Malunga, P.O. Box 333, Ondangwa, Namibia. And it's written on the 16th of June, 2023. The next item in our format is a salutation. Whom are you writing to? Ashley is writing to Ryan. That is why here she is saying, Dear Ryan. Now we move on to the introduction. And Ashley is saying, I hope this letter finds you well. Last week, we heard that the town council decided to close the orphanage. Tiny Toons. due to lack of funds. Without thinking twice, the SRCs arranged a 10-kilometer walk. That is an introduction whereby you are telling what you are going to talk about in the rest of the letter. After our introduction, we have to answer the prompts. Our first prompt is a description of your work. And Ashley is saying, a clear trail was mapped out from the school through the residential area and into town. Watering points were managed by teachers and placed at strategic places. Our principal patrolled the road with the school's minibus just in case somebody dropped along the way. First aid was also administered when needed. She is answering the prompt, a description of your work. And she did it so sweetly. 5 stars for her. Our third paragraph, we are answering the second prompt, which is what you learned from the experience. And here, Ashley is saying, the experience was truly enlightening. We all learned that if we work together, we can reach greater heights. A substantial sum was raised enough to keep the orphanage open for some times. What did she learn? She learned that if we work together, we will reach greater heights. Meaning that if we are working as a team, teamwork always yields good results. And that's what they did. And they came up with a substantial sum, a tidy and enough sum that will keep the orphanage open. We are now moving on to our fourth paragraph, where we'll be tackling the third or the final prompt. And our final prompt is the reaction of the orphans when you handed them the money. And Ashley is saying, I've never witnessed so many smiles, tears of joy, and lots of hugs as on the day money was handed over. The children's heartfelt was seen tenfold. What is she saying? She's saying that the orphans were smiling continuously, and she has never seen this before. She witnessed tears of joy. The children were so happy. They were so appreciative of what have happened. Before putting your name, you just need to have some closing words to your friend. And here Ashley is saying, that's all for today. Keep well. And lastly, do not forget to put your name. Who wrote this letter? Your friend, Ashley. That means that Ashley followed the full format of this type of writing. After writing a friendly letter, ask yourself, question number 1 is, did you write down your address as a writer and the date? Number 2, did you indicate the person you are writing to? That is where we say, Dear Manzweta, Dear Annelie. So, did you indicate? Number 3, does your letter include an introduction? Or you just wrote like that? 4, did you attend to the prompts, each in its own paragraph? Or you just mixed the ideas? You threw here and there and here and there. Number 5, did you include closing words? Did you say, see you soon? Or I hope to visit you soon? Something. Did you include closing words? Lastly, did you put your name at the end? Your friend, Abiatal. Your son, Thompson. Your aunt, Nellie. Your cousin, Kapau. Did you do that? If you have done that, please give yourself 5 stars because you are a shining star. Well, don't forget to join us on online classes or in our face-to-face classes. You can always reach out on the Facebook page so that you are given the instructions on how to join others. We are going to have a mock examination, and the mock examination for our intakes for both online and face-to-face are projected to be in first week of July. Have a good day. Keep learning. I wish you all the best, and don't forget to study hard so that you pass. Bye.